Well, I'm down here in Salem with Wavra Farms with Diane. Diane, we are talking hibiscus today. And a lot of people, kind of know of hibiscus, but I don't think they realize all the differences there are of hibiscus. So you got a nice layout out here. So let's start down here and talk about these.
Perfect.
Magnificent flowers.
Oh, yes. So these happen to be our favorite hibiscus series. This is kind of what we call the dinner plate series. As you can see, Ryan, that bloom.
They're huge.
They are. It's like 8 inches across. It is definitely a showstopper for your yard.
It is. And then I didn't realize there were so many different colors of the...
Oh, yes. So, it just kind of depends on what you like for color choices. I think that this red one with the black foliage tends to just be really stunning, having that contrast. And then the different shades of the pink. And then new this year is this white one with the red circle in the center.
Yeah, so it's also very, very stunning. And then moving down the road, so these are the dinner plate ones. What kind of growth habits do we have on these?
So the dinner plate ones tend to go about 4.5 feet tall.
Okay.
And then every year we get some more blooms. They get wider around, so eventually this plant's going to be like 4.5 foot around.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a large plant. So of course then every year as this plant gets bigger, it's also going to get more buds and it's going to bloom for a longer period of time.
Right.
So unfortunately, with these beautiful hibiscus, along with any hibiscus, the flowers tend to last only about 1 day. So the more buds you have, the longer bloom period you're actually going to enjoy.
Right. And then, moving down, there's, we have different type of hibiscus down here. And so what do we those?
We sure do. So these are the Rose of Sharon hibiscus. This is one that's been around this series for a long time. These start blooming about the first part of July, and they continue to bloom until it freezes. These are going to be more shrub-like, so they're going to have the woody stems. And of course, they've got more blooms, but unfortunately, the flowers are going to be a little bit smaller.
Right. They seem to have, like you said, more blooms, and they're a little bit more training because, these are going to die down in the winter, right?
Yes. So the dinner plate hibiscus will die back in the wintertime. You want to make sure that you do leave those stems standing in the wintertime. They are hollow like a straw. So what happens is if you trim those off, they're going to fill up with water, and then they tend to rot out that root base.
Which is a good tip, because I think a lot of people think of the perennials, just chop them all back in the fall.
And it's also a good plant marker. You'll leave those canes standing until you get the new growth coming up about the end of May, 1st of June. If you can stand it that long, and then you can make sure you have a healthy plant.
You know what it is. Whereas, the Rose of Sharon ones grow a little bit differently.
They do. So the Rose of Sharon, since it is more like a small shrub with the woody stems, they're going to go about 8 foot tall and like 5-6 feet around. They do tend to bloom on the newer wood, so you can prune these, and they do take pruning quite well.
Okay. And, and as far as, sun conditions and where to put it in the yard, where's the best place to put the hibiscus?
They both take full sun. I mean, hibiscus tend to love full sun. They will take a few hours of shade in the afternoons, but as much sun as you can give them, the happier they're going to be.
Right. And we've definitely had a lot of sun this summer. And these are looking great and just very prolific.
Yes, they are. And as you can see, the bees are just very happy with all these blooms today.
Yeah, so the hibiscus provide you just a ton of color for the summer and late summer into the fall. So make sure you come down and see Diane down here at Wavra Farms and check out this great selection of hibiscus, and choose the right one for you or pick them both. They're both spectacular blooms for the garden.
They sure are.
Diane, it's been great to be down here and to hear all about the hibiscus. So
wonderful. Thank you so much.